Alright guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're talking about Bones Coffee Company out of Cape Coral, Florida. If you check out their website, they really love to get into how flavorful can our coffee be. The coconut rum flavor of coffee is what I've got for you today. So I actually have had one cup of this stuff before, and it was through espresso. I made an Americano with it, one of my favorite coffee drinks, because you can kind of taste the espresso. But if you're not using espresso beans, an Americano can kind of concentrate those flavors. It gets a little bit harder to taste the different layers of flavor that are there. So anyways, this flavor has 150 reviews or something like that on their website. Coconut rum, it's got a coconut flavor, caramely rum flavor. Some of that, they claim the world's best coffee beans. But a fun little spooky graphic on there, as you can maybe see. We'll be checking that out today. I've got one of my favorite mugs out, Best Wishes, a great little genie lamp there, Best Wishes coming out of that. Our freshly poured over pour over. As you can see here, it's so fresh that I haven't even taken the strainer out yet. There's not a super dark color to it. Now, it wasn't super dark when I looked at it through when I made an espresso roast with it. The color doesn't tell you everything. What it's telling me is it might be a little bit watery. There's a Bowden pour-over coffee machine my mother-in-law gave to me for my birthday. Kind of a nice little gift there. It's cheaper than a Chemex, but it gets the job done. Put that little topper in there. Just pour ourselves a little glass here. Yeah, you can see that that's a very light color coming out. By the time it's sitting in the cup there, you get a decent, nice, what would appear to be like a light coffee roast color in the cup. The first thing you'll notice about this coffee is the aroma that comes from the beans when you open the bag up. Secondly, the aroma that comes from the beans when you grind them. Then you get a third hit of the aroma in another unique, different way when you pour the hot water over the grounds using the pour over. And then finally, the aroma as you take a sip, sort of breathing in your nose as you sip that into your mouth. The aroma is extremely sweet. It's almost sweeter than the coffee flavor. You know, if you smell coffee, it's sort of a warm, roasted flavor. Definitely smell, you know what coffee smells like though. When you talk about this coffee, you almost smell the sweetness before you smell the coffee flavor. We'll get that hot flavor first off, right off the bat. You can taste some of the flavor profile coming through at sort of the back of the sip there. We'll taste it a little bit more here. Yeah, definitely as it cools down a little bit, you lose a little bit of the bitterness. Taste a little bit more of the coconut, a little bit more of the rum flavor in there. Definitely a pleasant cup of coffee. Definitely a sweet cup of coffee. So if you are not into bitter coffees, or you're not into regional coffees, you prefer flavored coffee. If you like flavored coffees and you like adding cream and sugar, but you would wish to drink black coffee, this might be a good roast for you to try out. Yeah, definitely a fine cup of coffee. So I'm pretty impressed with this coffee. If I had to rate this coffee, I'd probably rate it at a 3.5 out of 5 beans. Now that's only because I prefer unflavored coffee. I want to taste the region. I want to taste the coffee flavor profiles that come from the place that the coffee beans were grown, the way that they were roasted, rather than adding in some of these flavors. But if you're into trying something different, maybe try this coconut rum. It really is a pleasant experience, a pleasant taste. So, real quick here as we get to sort of a low temperature taste profile. It's important to try that really high temperature flavor. You're not going to get the best flavor at high temperature, but it's fun just to kind of see what flavors do come through as it's almost burning your tongue. Then you get that medium flavor. That's the sweet spot. That's where you really get everything that the roasters were trying to put into the roast happens right at that drinkable temperature. Now that it's a little bit lower temperature, this is something that you could drink quickly if you needed to now. It's not going to hurt your throat if you drink it quickly. I would say here is where you get a little bit more coconut in the aftertaste, a little bit less rum, definitely more coffee flavor. If we kind of have these three flavors at play in this roast, still just a nice cup of coffee. A cup of coffee I don't want to rush through. A cup of coffee I want to enjoy. Even though it's a little bit watery, you can kind of see it's a little bit lighter in the brew. A cup that I'm really liking. Big shout out to Jonathan for hooking me up with this coconut rum coffee. I would recommend this to anyone that likes flavored coffee. Give this stuff a try. If you want to explore roasters or brewing your own coffee at home, or you just are kind of tired of Folgers day in, day out, around the holidays, put this on your Christmas list. It's not overpriced. It's decent. So go ahead and pick up maybe a sample pack from Bones Coffee. Check out what they have on their website, and we will see you next time. It's actually good coffee. Very good coffee.